Hello, welcome back. So we are here with five cool camps, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. We're just gonna jump right in. Okay, so this first one, it's located really close to the Fisherman's Rest, and this is kind of a popular spot, especially because it is kind of new, and I understand that because I tried building here a couple of times. I just I'm the type of person that has to have like an idea in my head before I actually build, and I don't think I actually came up with anything that I was happy with. So until then, I'm just gonna leave it to everybody else. Anyway, back to the camp. So I've seen similar camps like this, especially in this area, but it's understandable because of the surrounding. You're kind of doing something that's fisherman like. And with this one, as much as it's similar, it's definitely different as well. And they're using prefabs, they're using it in different ways. Like, I haven't seen the tower much in any of the camps I've come across. So it's kind of a nice little refreshment, I guess. The boat, that's kind of a given. And then the last one, they're using it just for the workbenches inside. I love the layout of this camp, but my favorite part is the market area because it is kind of like the focal point. There's so much going on, and you want to see everything, and it's done well. So I really enjoyed that. But like I said, I really do like everything about this. And they did it in a way where it's not all bunched together. It's kind of like spread out, so it kind of feels like it could be in the game, but you know it's a camp. So yeah, overall, this was great. I loved it. Great job. Okay, so we're at this next one, and this one is very interesting. It's very unique. I think I've seen something like this before, but not to this level. This was very fun. It feels like a wraparound camp. I don't even know if that makes sense, but they're using the floors, the porch floors, to like enclose the whole camp. And then you have that main area in the middle. So it almost feels like Brotherhood of Steel maybe used to be here and they abandoned it and now it's the cultists that took over. But they made it their own, so good on them. This camp is a lot of fun. I love the glass floors. I know that it's the roofs, but the way it's made, you can see through. And there is a couple of things that were put under. I don't know if it comes off in the video because it is a darker camp. But that was a lot of fun because I haven't seen that in a while. Then you start looking around at the camp and it's kind of funny because like the wraparound porches as I call them, they're all filled with things. There's not much empty space there. But the main area is kind of more empty, but it makes sense for that too because that's where everybody would hang out. And then you get to the very back. It's its own thing. It's like a workshop. Well, it is a workshop. There's workbenches, but it feels like it's almost separated from the rest of the camp. But when you step back, you can see the big picture. And I love that somebody actually thought of this. Again, it feels like it was abandoned and then the cultists took it over. So overall, like I've really enjoyed everything about this. Great job. All right, so we're at this one, and this is a really pretty one. I really enjoy the use of plant life at camps. And this one has a lot of flowers, which is awesome. This is kind of like an abandoned, overgrown camp. And I've seen that before, but usually when I see that, it's more like a spooky kind of a camp. And this one's just fun. It's a little more simplified, but very creative. I love the fact that it looks abandoned, but also feels like it's full of life, and the fact that it's in the mire just gives it even more of a vibe of a fairy tale, I guess. Something along the line. But it's a very cute camp. I really enjoy simple camps, and this one's not simple, actually. If you really take a look, it's a little more complicated than that, but it looks simple. I love the decorations. Like I already talked about the plant life, but there's like squirrels and other animals running around like it's Snow White. See? Fairy tale. But it's fun, and thinking of like using an accent wall like the one that's used here in between the first room and the kitchen, like never thought to use that before, but now I kind of want to. So just altogether, this one's really fun, and again, great job. Okay, so moving on to this last one that I found on my own before we move on to the YouTube one. This one's next door to Wayward, and this is a very popular spot, as you may know, but I know that we find a lot of new players building here. It's rare that you get to see somebody with a really good camp, and I'm glad that I finally found it. It's a gold grow. When I first saw this, I was kind of laughing because in my head, I'm just thinking Bennett built this here because he wants to take all the clientele away from Wayward. And that by itself is amazing. But then you get to the actual camp. So the camp, I don't even know where to start. I guess I'll start with the layout of it is very interesting. It's simple, but it's nice. I like it. Again, it feels like Beckett built this on his own. You have the houseboat on the river, which I didn't record. There was not much there, which was fine. I was focused on the camp anyway. But just seeing the layout of it, like you have that first area you can buy, drink from Beckett, hang out, whatever. You go around the corner and there's a seating area in the back or live bands, whatever is going on. It's really cool. And then you also have like the separate room and upstairs where the workbenches are. Like the way it's built from the outside, it's scrappy, it's immersive. Like everything about this was a lot of fun. And yeah, great job. All right, so we're at the very end, and this last camp was made by a YouTuber. As usual, I have the name, but this time I said it a couple of times before I started recording, and I psyched myself out thinking I'm going to butcher it. So I don't want to butcher it, and I'm just gonna put the link down below as I usually do. And I also always say these are only a few clips from the video. I always want you guys to go check it out on your own and see what else is on the page. This was amazing, and even though it's a shelter, not a camp, I don't care. I really wanted to share it because just look at it. The decoration, lighting, plants, everything about this, and all the rest of the camps that are on the page are super cool. So do go check it out. So anyway, we're at the end of the video. So thank you so much for watching and being here every week. And let me know which one was your favorite in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.